Hello YouTube, welcome back to my channel. Today, summer is here, it's July. It's time for something airy and refreshing of a makeup look or skincare. So today I'm going to review, have a wear test and see how long it lasts. And we're talking about this foundation right here. This is the Light Wonder foundation from Charlotte Tilbury. Now, let me first tell you my preference on foundation. So first, it has to be undetectable, whether it is light coverage or medium or full. It has to be undetectable, natural looking. It has to have a shade that is olive tan, because that's my skin tone and sometimes that's a problem to find. Thirdly, it needs to be long lasting. It has to be applied easily. The main thing of this foundation that drew me toward it was that it's supposed to be very light coverage. As the name said, Light Wonder. It's supposed to be very natural looking and undetectable and glowy, which is like my favorite things to hear. That's why I was so drawn into it. The shade that I got is number 6 medium, and it is olive, but I would say it's a little bit lighter than my skin tone right now. I would go with the shade 7 for the summer, but even now when I use this, I can just use a bronzer like today. Another thing that was interesting to me is that it has SPF of 15 in here. Now, SPF of 15 is nothing, okay? You are supposed to have at least an SPF of 30, and that is not even when you are exposing yourself to the sun. If you are exposing yourself to direct sunlight, you need to have an SPF of 50. That's just the deal. So this is not gonna do the work of a sunscreen, but it's going to add a little bit more if you already have another sunscreen underneath. First of all, let's go onto Sephora website and read some of the claims of this foundation. It is $46 for 40 millimeters, which is 1.4 ounces. That's a lot more than a standard foundation. Yeah, so I like that. And the claim is that it is a lightweight foundation that is hydrating and has a radiant finish. The coverage is supposed to be light, finish is radiant, formulation is liquid, and it has SPF 15. The highlighted ingredients is pseudoceramides, which is supposed to help skin, keep the skin hydrated for up to 18 hours. And it's free of sulfates Sls and Sles, and this product is vegan, cruelty free, and gluten free. It's supposed to be visibly minimize pores and wrinkles, flawless looking skin, buildable light coverage with sheer finish. I've had this product for probably half a year at least, and I've been using it quite a bit. It looks like this, very simple. It's a plastic, so it's very nice to travel with. It's very easy to protect, and it's not too heavy. It is a squeezy tube, which I like because you can squeeze all of the product out. I think all the claims are reasonable. I think the packaging is good. We're going to discuss the consistency and the application in the next portion of the video, where I do a demo and a wear test, and at the end of the night I'm going to come back and tell you how I feel about it and how it looks after a long day. Let's get on to the application portion of this video, and you will see this foundation in action. First of all, I'm gonna show you the texture of it. So you should shake it before you squeeze it out. You open it. It is a squeezy tube. I love this because of how runny the consistency is. This is gonna help you get all the product out at the end. I'm gonna show you here. It is very, very runny. Not too runny, but this is the shade. When you blend it out, it almost blends into your skin. So the light coverage is very, very convenient in this case because you have a little more flexibility if you have a different skin tone. And it's like almost completely gone. And it leaves a little bit of a glow. The texture is almost like a light lotion. This one is runny, but it's not as runny as like, you know, MAC face and body. That one is like watery. My favorite way to apply foundation is with a beauty sponge. This is the Real Technique blender, I guess. And right now I'm going to apply it on this side of my face and we'll see the difference that it makes. I put it on my hand, you see it running down right there. I put a little bit like that onto the beauty blender. And I apply it. I know that with this kind of foundation, people like to use a brush because the sponge soaks up a lot of product. But I find that the sponges like make it so undetectable. I'm reviewing the Claire's UV Soft Essence SPF15 sunscreen. So I will link that video. I don't know if it's up or not at this point, but I'll link it in the description box so you can check it out. It's a very good product for the summer also because it's so light. This is half of my face. This side has the Light Wonder foundation in the shade 6 and this side doesn't have any foundation. So you can see it's covered a slightly bit. It's just like not even covering. It's just like even out my skin. But I use my finger because I want to cover this. I want to see how well it covers that. Yeah. So you can see it doesn't really cover it. But it's fine covering. It's not my requirements. I don't need coverage when I use this foundation. I'm looking for an undetectable, very natural looking makeup base when I reach for this foundation. I'm gonna use this brush right here. It's this angled brush. It's very dense. It's very good for foundation. This is the It Cosmetic brush. I'm gonna apply it. I'm just curious to see if it does make a difference. I definitely see a little bit more coverage. With a brush, it maintains a little bit more of the dewiness of the foundation. So you can see this side is slightly more dewy, but very slightly. Beside that, I don't really see a difference in coverage or anything. They both look really good on both sides, so I would probably stick with my sponge to apply on both sides just because I feel like it's more comfortable than this. This is a little bit like, I don't know what to do with it. I just add a little bit of powder on the center of my face and on my T-zone and on my cheeks. I did not use any kind of glowy product. I just used my matte bronzer and I use it as a blush as well. And as you can see right now, I will zoom you in. So it is pretty matte. I would say it's pretty matte. You can slightly see the glowiness, but this is entirely from the Light Wonder foundation. Everything looks very good. Under the eye, I did not apply any under eye concealer today because I want to see how the foundation actually does with under eye circles for a natural look. You can see if you didn't count my eye, it's a pretty undetectable foundation. It just smooths out everything, and yeah, my forehead looked the most dewy. It's currently 11:18, so 11:20 in the morning. I will go on my day and I will check in and let you know my final thoughts at the end of the night, and we'll see together how this foundation holds up. Alright, it is currently 8:30, about 8:20 at night. It's been 9 hours and I spent about 2.5 hours outdoors in the sun, in the heat, 100 degrees heat. So this should be a great test for the Light Wonder foundation. And let me zoom you in so you can see. Yeah, so you can see right here it's getting very dewy on both sides. You can see here on my glasses, where I wear my glasses, it's kind of wearing off. Forehead is shiny. Around my mouth is pretty shiny. A little bit of my eye stuff is like breaking apart. But I have to say, the foundation did not wear off yet, or maybe because it's so light coverage that it wears off very nicely. So I do get dewy, but I don't get, like, the foundation doesn't get clumped up or breaking apart or anything. Even underneath my glasses, it looks pretty good. As I expected, it wears really well, and so I really like this foundation. I think it's a bomb, not a flop at all. I would recommend this product to you if, first of all, you have pretty good skin. You are not looking for a medium or a high coverage. You're just looking for a light, sheer, buildable to light coverage, first of all. Second of all, you are looking for some sun protection, even though it's not too much. Thirdly, the most important thing about this foundation is that if you are looking for a dewy foundation, this is for you. It's very hydrating. It's not going to dry you out. So I really like it. I highly recommend it. If you used this foundation before, make sure you let me know in the comment below what you think of it, to see if we have a different opinion about it. And if you have any other foundation that is similar to this that you can recommend me to try out, because this is one of my favorite foundation formula and texture to use. I did use the MAC Face and Body foundation. It did break me out, so I had to get rid of it. But this one does not break me out at all. I hope you guys enjoy this video. I hope you find it helpful. And please subscribe to my channel so you don't miss out on future videos. I hope you have a great day. I will see you in my next video. Remember, don't flop.